Raider Nation, what's going on? Episode 4 of Hard Knocks is in the book, so I'm going to hit you with what we learned here at Chat Sports around Hard Knocks 2019, Episode 4. It was a great episode, and if you think it was a great episode, knock on wood. Because that's where I'm starting the show off.
Raider
knock
Nation,
on wood.
what's going on? Is this the number one Raiders channel on YouTube?
That was insane. If you watch the show, the amount of times that Jon Gruden said knock on wood, in fact, the next time we watch this show, I'm going to do a knock on wood drinking game because, one, you'd have been absolutely hammered after the remix, and the amount of times that Jon said knock on wood if you're with me was just, it had to be up in the hundreds. Now, here's the thing. I love the fact that Hard Knocks has really gone on and in on this knock on wood with you, if you're with me. It started in the draft. Think about all the players the Raiders went out and got. Cleveland Ferrell, Trayvon, Mullen, Johnathan Abram, Josh Jacobs. They wanted to create this toughness. They wanted to create this new regime that they're going with. And Jon Gruden was brought in to create this system. So knock on wood if you're with me. And I want everyone who's watching the show on YouTube, and if you're watching me on Facebook right now, I want you guys to type KOW in the comments section. Because anytime that you hear me say KOW, knock on wood, I want to know that you're watching with me. So type KOW in the comments section if you're watching with me. And I'm going to start giving some shout outs here in the comments section. So just stay tuned here. Let me just pin something up. Pinning this on Facebook and YouTube, so I'll get out some shout-outs here in a sec. So, Bill Ramirez, Frank Lewis, I see y'all on Facebook. Let's give some shout-outs now. Juan, Angel, Scott, Mario, Daniel, y'all knock on wood if you're with me. So, here's the biggest thing, right? If y'all are with me and y'all are actual Raiders fans, this is what you need to do. Type KOW so I know you're a real Raiders fan. And if you're a real Raiders fan, you will subscribe to this channel. Guys, I want to get to 25K subscribers. I want to be able to do more shows. Heck, I've even been told that I might be able to start giving away Raiders tickets. Like, legit tickets to games if we get more subscribers. I am trying to grow this channel. I am trying to grow this community, this family that we have created. So what I want you to do, that link below, youtube.com/RaidersReport, take it and send it to all your friends. You got me? Send it to all your friends, because if you're a real Raiders fan, you will subscribe to this channel, because I can hook you up with t-shirts and I can hook you up with some awesome swag. So if you're a Raiders fan, make sure you guys subscribe. Let's go to the second thing, which really disappointed me. Antonio Brown didn't knock. Ever. Any single time that Jon Gruden said, knock on wood if you're with me, they showed Antonio Brown. And I was, to be honest, kind of pissed off that he didn't do it. Here's the thing. If I'm a player and I am trying to make this team and I see probably the biggest name minus Derek Carr not knocking on wood, that's going to kind of tick me off. Now, I get it. He's Antonio Brown. He's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He is an established veteran. But the fact that he didn't knock on wood, like, I'm not just trying to create a storyline here. Y'all are like, oh, the media needs to let Antonio Brown go. That actually upset me a little bit. I don't care who you are. Derek Carr's knocking on wood. Jon Gruden's knocking on the wood. All the coaches, they're knocking on wood. The only guy who I didn't see do it, who they focused on more than once, was Antonio Brown. And to be honest, when Jon Gruden was talking a lot, he looked just very uninterested. I was pretty upset by it, but that's the second thing that I learned. Let's get into the third thing that I learned. Our rookies. I'm expecting big things on the field from our rookies. But y'all, they can't sing. I mean, think about it. Hunter Renfrow was bad. And then today, Keelan Doss tried to sing I Got Sunshine. How about this? I'll make y'all a deal. If the Raiders report gets to 25K by Monday Night Football, I will sing I Got Sunshine on the Raiders report. The other guy, Alec Ingold, can't sing. Johnathan Abram was really bad, but by far the worst person was Trayvon Mullen. Oh my goodness. It was so bad. And it's funny too, because John's going like, yo, y'all at Clemson, you have a really good football team, really good football program, but y'all have some of the worst entertainers I've ever seen. So I like the fact that Jon had fun with it. I like the fact that the Raiders are having fun with it, roasting some of these rookies. But guys, we got to step up our vocal skills a little bit here. If y'all want to come on the Raiders report, you at least got to be able to sing a little bit. But this is what I said. If we can get to 25K subscribers on the Raiders Report, I will sing, and you heard it, I got sunshine, okay? And I see the super chat in there from Matthew Alexander. Here's the thing. We will get to the super chat a little bit later. I'm going to be doing a live Q&A, so use hashtag Raiders. Get your comments on the show. So how long have you guys been a subscriber to the Raiders Report? I've never sang I've got sunshine. But if we can get to 25K subscribers by Monday Night Football against the Denver Donkeys, I will sing I Got Sunshine. Now, I'm not a good singer, but there are certain things in life that you have to do if you want to show people that you're serious. And if singing to you shows you that I love y'all and that this is like my second family and all I want to do is continue to grow this thing, man, I'll do it. You want me to give away t-shirts? I'll give away t-shirts. You want me to give away tickets to a game? I'll do it. Here's the other thing. If you want to play against me, this is what you got to do, okay? So any subscriber that wants to challenge me on FanDuel, let me know. So fantasy football, for those of you that don't know, is how I got my start. I started writing articles in my parents' attic. My dad told me, I'll give you 1 year. I'll give you 1 year to see if you can do it. So I started doing podcasts. I started writing articles, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do fantasy football. Well, then I realized it was kind of just a fantasy, and my real career is here with the Raiders, and I love y'all. But I want to do a fantasy football tournament for only Raiders fans. So the way that you join is you have to go and create an account on FanDuel. FanDuel.com/chatsports. When you sign up, put $5 down, you'll get 20 for free. Send me a screenshot that you signed up, and I will invite you to my FanDuel tournament. Winner gets $50. Sound good? Free tournament to enter. Winner gets $50. I want to challenge the nation. So if you're interested, FanDuel.com/chatsports. I think I'm pretty good at fantasy football, so that's something that you guys can learn. Number 4 thing that I learned here on Hard Knocks Episode 4, let's blame the Packers. It was the Packers' fault that we didn't get to see the better players in that preseason Week 3 game. So, for those of you that don't know, the field, they had to reduce to 80 yards. If you would have watched the watch party here on the Raiders Report, you would have known this. But there was a hole in the end zone. They had to reduce the field to 80 yards, and we didn't get to see any of the good players play. Well, the coaches of the Packers and the training staff of the Packers they were like, we don't really want our guys playing on the field. John was like, I don't care if the field's 1,000 yards. I don't care if the field's 10 yards. I want my guys to play. So Gruden, the fact that he wanted to play, he was ticked. And he was really, really upset the fact that the Packers weren't going to put their players out on the field. And since the Packers weren't going to do it, John's like, well, then I guess I'm not going to play Derek. I guess I'm not going to play some of my other starters. If y'all aren't going to take it serious and we're going to reduce this field size, whatever. So let's all blame the Packers. So you know what? I don't really like the Packers. I think they're one of the most overrated sports franchises in sports. I hate the, we pay for the team kind of thing. Man, Packers, it was the Packers' fault. And also, good, because Daniel Carlson said, shove this right up your you-know-what. We got to win 22-21. Now, really what I probably should have done is type H if you hate the Packers, but I know how much y'all hate the Denver Broncos. So type H if you hate the Broncos. If you're new to the show, you guys will know that you won't know because you're new to the show, that I don't like Joe Flacco. Don't think he's a good quarterback. But if there is a team that kind of drives me the most nuts, it's the Denver Broncos, and I don't know why. And I honestly really, really hate the Broncos. So type H if you hate the Broncos. So we got over 213 people watching right now here. So Isaac, Jay, Kaylee, Abram, Eduardo, I see y'all hate them. I get it. Let me go over to Facebook here real quick. Richard, Salvador, Charlie, Jimmy, Johnny, all hate the Denver Broncos. So, another thing that I learned, Denver Broncos, y'all hate them. All right, let's go to my 5th thing that I learned on episode 4 of Hard Knocks. It's like Jon Gruden, he loves Keelan Doss. There is nothing more evident to me the amount of times that John was just speaking very, very highly of Keelan. And he has every right to love Keelan Doss. I mean, Keelan Doss, 11 catches this preseason for 99 yards and a touchdown. He leads the Raiders in targets, receptions, yards after the catch, and first down catches. He's a fan favorite. The players respect him. And you know what? Man, like, one of the things that I absolutely love that Gruden said, straight up, like, if y'all don't believe me, go watch Hard Knocks. He literally says, I love Doss. I love Lamp. And if you don't know that reference, well, I feel bad for you. I'm going to be in San Diego this weekend. Hit me up if you want to grab beers. But here's the other thing. Jon Gruden said, get me a guy who can make a play. And then he also said, go get me Keelan Doss. Keelan Doss has been a player at UDFA at a UC Davis. And, I've talked about it numerous times. Keelan, anytime you want to come on the show, my man, I've said it. I've had a few people tag Keelan in tweets. I want to get Keelan Doss on this show. He is very well respected. The kid continues to make plays. He's a player that I absolutely love. And if you didn't see my projected 53-man roster video, here's my wide receivers that I predict to make the team this season. Keelan Doss is on that list. Marcel Aitman struggled a little bit, and actually in this episode, him and Derek got into a little bit, and Derek kind of went down Marcel's throat. That sounds terrible. It's telling Marcel that he needed to pick it up in practice the way he plays. Keelan Doss comes to practice every single day. The fact that Hard Knocks is really, really showing him is another reason why I am almost 100% confident that Keelan Doss is making this team. Heck, I tweeted out, if Keelan Doss doesn't make the Raiders team, I will do Edwards 40 hands, because that's how confident I am. Also, if you guys don't know what Edwards 40 hands is, it's a beer challenge. You guys can Google it. It's all good. So here are the 5 things that I learned on Hard Knocks Episode 4. Knock on wood if you're with me. They also did a remix, pretty cool. Antonio Brown didn't knock on the wood, which I wasn't too happy with. The rookies flat out cannot sing. Sorry, y'all, don't have sunshine. It was the Packers' fault why the field was shrunken and that none of the players played. And Jon Gruden loves Keelan Doss. That's something we have in common. So which Hard Knocks episode has been the best so far? We've seen 4 of them. So type 1 if it's been 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which Hard Knocks episode has been your favorite? 1, 2, 3, or 4. So I'm going to give out some grades on overall Hard Knocks episodes. 1 was a B grade for me. Episode 2 was an A. Episode 3 was a B. Episode 4 was an A. And if you want to watch Episode 5, we're going to be doing another thing next week, so stay tuned for that. It is the last episode. Here's the thing. I think Episode 4 was my favorite. I thought it was awesome the way they ended it, the fact that the Raiders won that preseason game in the fashion they did. Jason Kambinda showing out for his mom. Absolutely loved it. Hard Knocks Episode 4 was my favorite, and I'm giving it an A. Now, here's another thing I want to hit you guys with. If you guys want to come party with me, I want you to go to this, thebblackhole.com/kickoff. We are doing a badass kickoff party, Week 1, Monday Night Football. It's going to be Sunday, September 8th, 4 p.m. If you want tickets, hit me up. It's at thebblackhole.com/kickoff. Use promo code Mitch, and I'm going to save you 25%. 25% off. Thebblackhole.com. And we're going to have some beers. We're going to have a good time. There's going to be Raiderettes. There's going to be Victoria's Secret models. There's going to be past Raiders players. And if you're like, Mitch, sell me more, I'll be there. We can all hang out. Also going to be doing a live Raiders report. So if you actually want to come on the show, it's a good way to do it. Go to thebblackhole.com/kickoff. Get your tickets. Hit me up if you need that promo code. The promo code is literally just Mitch.
Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.